Hello everybody, welcome back to another Echocalypse video. Today we are going to showcase the new case called Chiraha. Chiraha is a healer, support, and a revival. She can revive your characters once per battle. So this is her current event, and this is the daily missions, where you can obtain gifts, a prototype weapon, which is called the vibration arms, and it's called a Seisho Seiki. The skill for her weapon grants killing shield to target lasting 2 rounds, and it restores 2% of max HP. This is for a 0-star SR weapon. Yep, I'm going to make it to 1 star. Now it becomes 3%, 3%, level 3, still 3%. It goes up to 5% for this one. And if you get her SSRV arm, this is what you're gonna get. It starts with, it's gonna be 5%. Here, it increases to 8%. I mean 8% max HP. And also you get additional 20% of the shield points, which lasts for the entire battle at 3 stars. So you want to stop at 3 stars probably. And at 5 stars, which is maximum for all weapons, it's going to be 30% for the entire battle and 10% of max HP whenever the shield is broken. So over here, I'm just gonna pull for her vibration arms. Well, there we go. We got Stara's V-arm and Chiraha's V-arm. So I can equip it to my team. So she's still using Baphomets. So I'm gonna replace it. Automatically the level goes to the new V-arm. Enhance it. There we go. So Chiraha, she's good at even 0-star, good for free-to-play players. And if you are a low spender or a whale, you can get her to 3 stars and 7 stars respectively. And I'll explain the skills later. So this is currently my team. So if you have started earlier in the game, you would have Iken. She was the first limited unit. And then I have Griff in my assist for my other characters. So why you put Chiraha in the front row is because you want her to skill. This is her normal attack, and her normal attack will decrease the target's armor and resistance by 10% for 2 rounds, and as you increase the stars, maximum goes to 20%. What her skill does at 0 stars, I'm not gonna talk about the 3 and 7 yet, but this is what she does. She does grant a shield of 170% to the 3 targets with the lowest HP. And when she still have tails, she starts with 9 tails. She's a 9 tail. So she owns the tail. The shield effect is gonna increase by 15%. Followed, why I'm using Audrey. My Audrey is pretty high. Because Audrey was one of the rate up banners in the start of the game. She gives rage to the back row. And for the back row is just a burn support, burn team for my Rayon. Basically, if you're a light spender, low spender, dolphin, a whale, you have Rayon. She's a unit that you have to get from the special funds there's a special aid set, and when you spend a little bit, you can get Rayon. So what Reno does is she gives the burn. She also has burn, and that will increase Rayon's damage. So now we are gonna fight the boss.
状況は把握し、科学を敵に回す覚悟はあるのか。ただの虫なら燃やしてしまいましょう。穏便に解決しましょう。神の槍が流空中の氷に変わる。ただの虫なら燃やしてしまいましょう。歴史にも藁はついた。
So once she gets her full rage, that's her skill animation. She grants the shield, but it's not very obvious here. Yeah, when you see that like, little white bar HP bar before that, that was the shield from Chiraha. I'm just gonna fight again for the event coins. So you want the currency to farm this currency, you can buy things from the shop. I'm gonna slow down the next one so you guys can see this HP shield. Okay, this is her skill animation in slow motion, and that's the shield you guys saw on the front row because they have the lowest HP, so they got the shield. And now let's go back to for dolphins and whales. When you can break through, that means you want to increase her star. When you get 1 star, it will increase team members' armor by 10%. Only for Israelis. That means you're using Rayon, you're using Kiki, you're using Stara, Chiraha. We know those are the main Israelis that's currently in the game. For 4 stars, it's gonna increase armor for healers. She herself is a healer because it says here healing. And for 6 star, it's gonna be attack 10% for all team members, regardless of your faction. Not Israelis, not Empire, not Bitfrost, and not Nabu. Everyone gets it, but that's for someone who's lucky enough to get 6 star, or you guys spend enough money. So currently, the units are not out yet, so you can't complete her links, but these are the links you require. Stara gives HP. Kuri, she's gonna be a really good unit in the future. I can see it. She's gonna give resistance. Resistance is like the armor is not really armor, because there's armor is for physical and resistance is for magical damage. Dorothy is gonna give her additional 18% attack. And why is it attack important for a healer? Is because she scales to the attack. And last but not least, HP increased by 25%, but you have to have Rayon and Shield. See? The shield is dependent on her attack. So even at 0 stars, it does 170% of her attack. And how you can see your attack is here actually, 98,910 for mine. Is currently level 60. You can just level her up, it goes up. 99,095. That's gonna increase some shield for the team. And as she increases, 3 stars is the optimal breakthrough. She's gonna get the most important thing in her kit, which is the Vulpine Protection. What it does is it blocks damage from active attacks, absorbs damage of 20% maximum HP. The damage absorbed will be applied to the surviving enemies in the next turn. This is some sort of a damage reflect. Ultimately, you want to hit 7 stars because she gets an additional tail when she does Vulpine Protection. And of course, increase in percentage, 218% of her attack, 50% of the shield when she owns a tail, and 50% of the block damage, which will be distributed to the enemies, which means it reflects to the enemies. And what is her favorite gift? Her favorite gift is this one. Equipment closet. She likes this. She likes to keep her katana, her sword in there. This is her skin. It's a wooden sword, kendo. It's currently on discount if you want to use your paid gems, the white crystals. So how does she fare against the other current units in the game? So this was what I explained earlier. You can find this on the Echo EN tier list. I will provide that in the link below. And for the tier list currently, yep, she's definitely at the most important one. Triple S means they are the meta. They are currently on the meta. Griff requires a little higher stars to work, so she's not on my team. Audrey is one of the best rage givers because she's guaranteed to give rage in the back row when your stars are higher. Vivi, however, she's really dependent on the stars, so if your Vivi is on low star, she will probably drop the tier. But at 7 stars, she's just broken. Just one of the best units for support right now, other than Chiraha. Next up, we have Icon. Icon is just a super first turn nuke, and she is very important because of Abyss. So in the Abyss, you want her to nuke on the first turn because she has full rage in the TSC client, this server, the global server. Levia is also a rage generator, so that's why she's on the same tier as Audrey. And last but not least, the current latest limited unit, Chiraha. Chiraha is SSS. She could even be a tier higher. Yep, and Kiki went down to SS because her DPS she's good, but she's being replaced by Griff or other DPSs. Fenriru is a free unit. If I did not have Rayon, I would use Fenriru. Next, we have a support Nis is a support. She's a crowd control unit. This is her summer skin. You can see it in the summer video, although she's not out in the game yet. But this is her summer skin. And what she does is she freezes the opponent, depends on her star. Higher the star, higher chances. Next we have Zawa. Zawa is like a magical unit as well. You can check all the descriptions in the Echo EN tier list. Next we have Nephthys. Nephthys is also a healer, so the healer buff in the 4-star will affect her as well. You get extra 10%. Stara is quite good, but I wouldn't really use her in my team comp because I'm not a fan of Stara. What she does is she deals true damage, she buffs the allies, increases crit rate and crit strength for allies. She also deals true damage whenever someone is casting skills with her buff. I mean, she's a buff. She gives the buff to an ally. So it increases your character's damage. Next up we have Dina. Dina is another healer and she can remove some debuffs. Pan Pan. What people say is Pan Pan needs to be high star. She needs to be 7 stars to work optimally. Yep, her passive gives her full rage, 4 rages, and she can give your allies a big amounts of shield. Just like Chiraha, she is a very good support. She's a shielder, but at lower stars she doesn't give that much shield, so it's quite negligible. So if you are a whale, it goes up. Next up, MC. This is the female main character. Male character will also be in the same tier because they are the same units, just a different design based on who you picked at the start of the game. Right, so from A tier onwards, I'm not gonna describe her except for Winnow because I'm using Rayon. And if you want to play a burn team, you probably need a Winnow or a Shiyu. Both of them supplies the burn to increase Rayon's damage. And the rest of the things you want to know more in depth, you can read the skills in the game, or you can read on the TLDR version, which is on Echo EN tier list, thanks to Y28 Second and previously Timao SS. This tier list was actually made by him, but it's currently updated by me and Y28 Second. Yep, that will be all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you guys have learned something and hope to see you guys enjoy your Echocalypse journey. Goodbye!